Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Arjuna Sakha Prabhu, Pranam. Prabhu, your audio, you are muted. Can you unmute, please?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dear devotees, good morning. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we are very happy to have the association of His Grace Arjuna Sakha Prabhuji. He'll be sharing Bhagavata from 4th canto, 24th chapter, 42nd verse, from the chapter chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, over to you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. So, Prabhu, I just would be sharing this. Okay, Prabhu, let's all chant together. Jai Radha Madhava. And thereafter we'll continue class.
Okay, please.
Just a minute. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते कृतदासधिकारिते नाम नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनेति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चित्त देशतारे हरे कृष्ण. Am I audible, Prabhu? My voice is...
Yes, sir, very clear. Yes.
Thank you. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallava Giri Varadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallava Giri Varadhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janarandana Munatiravanachari Yashodanandana Vraja Janarandana Yamunatiravanachari जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें नित्य गौर हरि बोल जय नित्य गौर हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की गुरु गौरांग की जय all glories to assembled devotee Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So let me see here. So welcome to all of you, to all. And today we are going to discuss about the Rudra Geetam. This is one of the very, very amazing topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And particularly this Rudra Geetam, if you understand very depth, the essence, it is the song of Lord Shiva, Rudra, and he's glorifying the devotional service. Not only he glorifies the devotional service, he glorifies both, all three, that's three dimensions, the Lord, the devotional service, and the devotees, the three in combination. The Geetams are the extremely, extremely treasured. This is a great treasure for all the Vaishnavas. And with this, Lord Shiva is singing this glorification of Lord, the devotee, as well as the devotional service. And in this particular verse, he is glorifying the Lord himself. So let's go to this. Prabhu, can I share it, Prabhu?
Yeah, you are co-host. You should share it.
So again, welcome all of you on behalf of ISKCON Bangalore. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tado Jayat Muduraye Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangulangayate Girim Jatkrupatamaham Bande Sri Guru Dinatarine Sunyata Sukatham Krishna Punya Sravanam Kirtanam Hrudayantasto bhadrani vibhunoti sahusrutam. Nashtaprayeshu bhadresu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavatir uttamaslokir bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, Canto 4, chapter 24, and verse 42, 4:24, 42. So, Sri, this is a narration. It is this Geetam, Rudra Geetam. Namastasisa Misha Mameva Karanatmane Namo Dharmaya Vrittaye Krishnaye Kuntamadhashe Kuntamedhashe Purushaya Puranaya Sankhajogasharaya Cha Namaste Abhi Asisa Misha Maneva Karanatmane Namo Dharmaya Vrittaye Krishnaya Kuntamedhashe Purushaya Puranaya Sankhya Yogasharaya Cha Namasta Asisa Mesha Maneva Karunatmane Namo Dharmaya Vrittaye Krishnaya Kuntamedhashe Purushaya Puranaya Sankhya Yoga Ascharya Cha Asaraya Cha. Hare Krishna. Any Mataji, Prabhuji would like to recite? Any of would be interested?
Yeah, I have unmuted, but generally we don't follow the pattern, so you can continue.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Namaste Isha Manave Karanatmane Namo Dharmaya Brihate Krishnaya Kuntamedase Purushaya Puranaya Sankhya Yogeshwaraya Cha. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Can I recite, Prabhu?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Namasta Ashitam Isha Manave Karanatmane Namo Dharmaya Brihate Krishnaya Kuntamedase Purushaya Puranaya Sankhya Yogeshwaraya Cha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, shall I recite?
Hare Krishna.
Namasta Ashishamisha Manave Karanatmane Namo Dharmaya Bruhate Krishnaya Kuntamedhase Purushaya Puranaya Sankhya Yogeshwaraya Cha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So let's go to synonyms. Namaha, offering obeisances. Te, unto you. Asisam, O topmost of all bestower of benediction. Manave, unto the supreme mind of Supreme Manu. Karana Atmane, the supreme cause of all causes. Namaha, offering obeisances. Dharmaya, unto one who knows the best of all religion. Brihate, the greatest. Krishnaya, unto Krishna. Akunta Medhasha, unto one whose brain activity is never checked. Purushaya, the supreme person. Puranaya, the oldest of the old. Sankhya Yoga Ishwaraya, the master of the principle of Sankhya Yoga. Cha, and the translation. My dear Lord, you are the topmost of all bestowers of the benediction, the oldest and the supreme enjoyer amongst all enjoyers. You are the master of all worlds, metaphysical philosophy. For you are the supreme cause of all causes. Lord Krishna, you are the greatest of all religious principle and supreme mind, and you have a brain which is never checked by any condition. Therefore, I repeatedly offer my obeisance unto you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. They purported a little longer. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. The word Krishna Akunta Medhasa are significant in this verse. Modern scientists have stopped their brain work by discovering the theory of uncertainty. But factually, for a living being, there cannot be any brain activity which is not checked by time and space limitation. A living entity is called Anu, an atomic particle of the Supreme Soul, and therefore his brain is also atomic. It cannot accommodate unlimited knowledge. This does not mean, however, that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, has a limited brain. What Krishna says and does is not limited by time and space. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, Vedaham samatithani vartamanani cha Arjuna bhavisyani cha bhutani mam tu veda na kasyana kakhyana. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me no one knows. Krishna knows everything, but one cannot know Krishna without being favored by him. This is very important points, kindly be noted. Krishna knows everything, but one cannot know Krishna without being favored by him. Thus, for Krishna and his representative, there is no question of theory of uncertainty. What Krishna says is all perfect and certain and is applicable to the past, present, and the future. Nor is there any uncertainty for one who knows exactly what Krishna says. The Krishna conscious movement is based on Bhagavad Gita as it is, as spoken by Lord Krishna, and for those who are engaged in the movement, there are no question of uncertainty. Lord Krishna is also addressed here by the Asisam Isha, the greatest saintly personality. Sages and demigods are able to offer benediction to ordinary living entities, but they in turn are benedicted by Supreme Personality of Godhead. Without being benedicted by Krishna, one cannot offer benediction to anyone else. The word Manave means unto the Supreme Manu is also significant. The Supreme Manu in Vedic literature is Swayambhu Manu, who is an incarnation of Krishna. All the Manus are empowered incarnation of Krishna, Manvantara Avatar. There are 14 Manus in one day of Brahma, 420 in 1 month, 5,040 in 1 year, and 5,04,000 Manus in the lifetime of Brahma. Since all the Manus are directors of the human society, ultimately Krishna is the supreme director of human society. In another sense, the word Manave indicates the perfection of all kind of mantras. The mantra delivers the conditioned soul from his bondage. Again, I'm repeating. The mantra delivers the conditioned soul from his bondage. So simply by chanting Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, one can gain deliverance from any condition. Karanatmane, everything has a cause. The theory of chance is repudiated in this verse, because everything has its cause. There is no question of chance, because so-called philosopher and the scientists are unable to find the real cause. They foolishly say that everything happens by chance. In Brahma Samhita, Krishna is described as the cause of all causes. Therefore, he is addressed herein as the Karanatmane. His very personality is the original cause of everything, the root of everything, and the seed of everything. As described in Vedanta Sutra, Janma Asya Ataha, this absolute truth is the supreme cause of all emanation. The word Sankhya Yogeshwara is also significant here. For Krishna is described in Bhagavad Gita as Yogeshwara. the master of all mystic powers. Without possessing inconceivable mystic powers, one cannot be accepted as God. In this age of Kali, those who have a little fragmental position of mystic power claims to be God. But such pseudo-gods can only be accepted as fools. For only Krishna is the supreme person who possesses all mystic and yogic perfection. The Sankhya Yoga systems popular at the present moment was propounded by atheist Kapila, but the original Sankhya Yoga systems was propounded by the incarnation of Krishna, also named Kapila, the son of Devahuti. Similarly, Dattatreya, another incarnation of Krishna, also explained the Sankhya Yoga system. Thus, Krishna is the origin of all Sankhya Yoga systems and mystic yoga power. The word Purushaya Puranaya also owed the of special attention. In Brahma Samhita, Krishna is accepted as Adi Purusha, the original person or the original engineer. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has also accepted as Purana Purusha, the oldest person. Although he is the oldest of all personality, he is also the youngest of all, the Navajovana. Another significant word is Dharmaya. Since Krishna is also original propounder of all kinds of religious principles, it is said, Dharmastu Sakyat Bhagavat Pranitam, Bhagavatam 6:3-19. No one can introduce a new type of religion, for religion is already there, having been established by Lord Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna informs us the original dharma and asks us to give up all kind of religious principle. The real dharma is surrendered unto him. In Mahabharata, it is said, Echa Veda Vido Vipra, E Chadyatma Vido Janaha, Te Vedanti Mahatmanam, Krishnam Dharmam Sanatanam. The purport is that one who has studied the Veda perfectly, who is a perfect Vipra, or the knower of the Veda, who knows what spiritual life actually is, speaks about Krishna, the Supreme Person, as one Sanatana Dharma. Lord Shiva therefore teaches us the principle of Sanatana Dharma. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakyur Unmilitam Jainam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jaina Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayham Dadati Shapadantikam Bande Aham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanshamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Idantam Shri Sattvetam Savadhutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitansya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhishya Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patithanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. So, before we start this session, I just wanted to share one very amazing experience that I had. Once I was in Krishna Balram temple in Sridham, Vrindavan. And we are discussing, me and one of my friend, that we went there. And a friend means he's very newly joined, and he was just started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra a few months back, maybe couple of 2-3 months back. And out of curiosity that he asked me, and we are standing together, we are chatting with each other. And towards the devotee care, if you have visited this Vrindavan temple, towards the devotee care office. And he asked me the question, Prabhu, how can I speed up my spiritual progress? How can I speed up my spirituality or devotional service? And I was just about to start. One very, I'll not name is Maharaj, one Maharaj was just passing through, and he could hear the question. And he was walking there in the Parikrama Marg in Krishna Balram temple. And we are standing there, and he could hear the discussion, me and the devotee were speaking to each other. And he could hear the question. And he whispered and says, glorify Vaishnavas. Glorify Vaishnavas. And he just passed through. That is such a amazing, powerful, the principle of glorification. And that we could hear the glorification of the Lord, glorification for the Lord by the devotees, by Grace Vaishnava, is the compilation of Srimad Bhagavata. And if you see that Srimad Bhagavatam, the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, is the bundle of glorification by all the great Vaishnavas, all the great sages, all the Mahanubhav, and all the Mahajan. Swambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kumaru, Kapilo, Manu, Prahladu, Janako, Bhismo, Balir, Baya, Sakhi, Vayam. And out of the 12 Mahajan, you are listening the glory of glorification from the essence as the glorification Lord Shiva, Rudra. And you are so fortunate that we could hear and discuss the Srudra Geetam. And this is what the nectar, the treasure, and also the adove for all the Vaishnavas. Because Krishna manifests himself in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam in Kali. So that what happens? So that we get the association of both the Bhagavatam and you get the nectar as well. All the benediction that Lord Shiva is talking about, that comes from the glorification, from the words of the Vaishnavas, through this glorification, and you get the nectar. And that's why the Gopijan also says, Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam, kavi vididitam kalmash paham, sravana mangalam srimadaatatam, bhuvi gunantite bhuridaja. So sravana mangalam, those who hear this Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, and particularly the glories described, the glorified by the Param Vaishnavas, like Gopi Geet, like Rudra Geet, this gives an amazing amount of benediction in our life. That's why if you go to Srimad Vrindavan, and if you go to, particularly in the month of Kartik, you'll go each and every day. All the devotees, they sit together and they recite the Gopi Geet just to get the blessings of the Lord and so that they progress in the devotional service. So this particular Rudra Geet is also a great, great treasure for all of us, those who are willing to, or maybe those who are longing for the devotional service, get the blessings of the Lord, to get the association of the Lord, get the prema, that's the true love, and go back to Godhead, right? So what Lord Shiva says here, how he is describing beautifully, this is the attributes of the Lord and the quality of the Lord. Asisa Misha Manave Karanatmane. First is he's talking about Karanatmane. Number one is Akuntha Vedasha. Srila Prabhupada has given the emphasis of Akuntha Vedasha, who cannot be contaminated or maybe touched by any time and space. He is beyond time and space. Namo Achinta Vidyaya Nibrutta Gunabhritta. Nibrutta, he cannot be tossed upon anything, any contamination, any form of time, any space, nothing. Nibrutta Gunabhritta. No material three modes of nature cannot touch him even. So he's beyond time and space, and there is no question of uncertainty. Uncertainty is the concept of Maya. But when we are talking about the Vaikuntha, there is no concept of Maya. There is no concept of illumination, contamination. There is no concept of influence, because everything is Satchit and Anand. There is no scope there. And what he is talking about, Akuntha Medasha, is uncertain, and there is no theory of uncertainty. And here he has given the emphasis. Srila Prabhupada has given the very important points. That Lord is uncontaminated, Akuntha Medasha, and that's why there is no uncertainty. And there is no uncertainty in the discharging of devotional service. And there is no uncertainty for devotees. There's 3 different levels that we can talk about. And it is very clearly described in Bhagavad Gita in 2nd chapter. Na iha avikrama nasa asti pratyavaya na vidyate swalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahatubhaya. And if you are doing any kind of devotional service, there is no diminishing, because there is no uncertainty. Don't be assured that whatever you are discharging, whatever you are doing, that is remain sanchit, that means saved. And that will also, not only that will be also protecting you from all kind of uncertainty. This is very important for us. So it is protecting not only the devotees, it also protecting the action, the devotional service that we are discharging. That's why it is the combination of both action and the protection to the actor. Ananyas chintayantu mam yojana purupasya. So again, Prabhupada given a wonderful description that Lord is Akuntha Medasha, and because of that, no space and time can touch him. And since we are Anu, we human being, or maybe any jiva, are the very fragmental part of the Lord. It is 1,000, 10,000 division of the tip of the hair. How small particle that we are being. And we cannot, Prabhupada says, we cannot accommodate all kind of knowledge. We cannot accommodate all kind of knowledge. But Krishna is unlimited. He behold all kind of knowledge and all kind of chitta also. Everything he can understand. And he is the knower of everything. And here it is described as in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. He is the knower of the past, present, and the future. Though I cannot know my future, I may not remember my past, but still Krishna knows everything. He knows my past, what I were in my past. Krishna knows that in chapter 13, he knows everything. He described himself as the Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna. But we are the Kshetrajna of our own body, the own limited this space. We are the knower of our own self. But Krishna is the knower of each and everything. And we cannot claim ourselves as the knower of ourselves also, because we don't have that kind of mind, that we have a limited brain, we have a limited time, we have limited knowledge. That's why we try to understand the self also, we get disconnected. It's very difficult for us. But whereas Krishna knows everything. In the previous chapter verse that we discussed about this particular thing, in chapter 15 in Bhagavad Gita, he described Sarvasya chaham hridisannibhisto Mai Sruti Jnanam Apohanam cha. And it describes very wonderfully that he residing in the heart of every being, not only human being, for every being, for everyone's heart. What he does? Sarvasya chaham hridisannibhisto. I get associated with being residing in your heart. I understand, not only understand, but also fulfill the desire of every being. And not only that, he takes extra care for the devotees. He knows where the background of the devotees. He knows how he come from, how he struggled in the whole of this journey. And he also understands what is good for the devotee and what is bad for the devotee. and he does the blessings accordingly. That's why Krishna is called Baranyam, Baram Deva. Baram Deva. Baram Deva Mokhyam na Mokhyam Vadimba. Na Chainam Raneham Varishadavya. He is the knower of everything, and he understands, he knows everything what is happening in my heart. What is my desire? And being a knower, he also not only understand, but also fulfill the desire according to my choice. But for the devotee, he takes care of many things in advance, and also he takes care of what is good and what is bad for the devotee. What is the ultimate benediction for the devotee? That is the most important thing. That is the wonderful relation. Krishna knows everything, but one cannot know Krishna without being favored by him. This is a great, great point. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says, Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavanji, Guru Krishna Prasada Paya, Bhakti Lata Bees. And it is the blessings of Guru and the blessings of Krishna combined. Then only you will understand the nectar of devotional service. Then only the seedling will begin. The sprout of the seed of bhakti will start germinate from the heart. And without their blessings, without their prasadam, nothing can happen. That's why if you remember, if you recollect the message Lord given in the Damodar Leela. In the Damodar Leela, what happens? Ma Jasoda was trying to tie Krishna in the Ukhal, in the Dumble. But what happens? She tried in all the possible ways. She bought good number of ropes, one after another, one after another, one after another. And finally, what happened? Every rope was running short with 2 fingers. Just running 2 fingers short. And finally, she surrendered to the Lord. Oh Lord, I cannot do anything. Now you can help me. And seeing Jasoda Mai's effort in tying Krishna, he started giving the benediction, the blessings to Jasoda Mai. And all the rope got untied. And finally, the first rope was Jasoda Mai bought it, the small rope, and she could tie from that particular rope. And what the Acharya says in this particular Leela is the only 2 fingers that represent 2 things. One is the effort that we are putting as a devotional service, and the second is the blessings of the Lord. When both combined, then only you can get the benediction. Then it will start sprouting, the love starts sprouting and start manifesting by itself. Nama Chinta Mani Krishna Chaitanya Rashabigraha Punna Nitya Suddhamukta Avinnatta Nama Nama. And again says, because of the blessings of Nam Prabhu, then only you'll start getting manifested in the heart of the devotee. And Krishna knows everything. When to give that blessings, whom to give blessings, looking at the efforts of the devotee. And what he says, without being favored by him, we cannot understand Krishna. In Brahma Sangita also, Lord Brahma, what he says, Vayu Rathopi Manusha Muni Pungavana Panthastu Koti Shatabasara Sambragamyo Vayu Rathopi Manusha Muni Pungavana. What happens? If a Muni or maybe a yogi, those who are meditating for years and years together, hundreds and thousands of years, they travel, making the Vayu, the wind, as their aeroplane, as their ratha, and they move with the speed of a mind, and they travel for hundreds and thousands of years. Still, what they will not be able to understand the tattva of the Lord. Avichantu tattva. They will not be able to reach the very first point of the tattva. Forget about the full tattva. They cannot even think about that. what to talk about layman. And Brahma in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is described in Adi Lila. If you remember, if you read this Adi Lila, beautiful, there was a wonderful discussion between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur. Brahma in the form of Haridas Thakur, he says, "Oh Lord, it is you who gives benediction to the people. And it is very, very, very difficult for people like me to understand your Leela. And I cannot even comprehend that." Even he says, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Haridas Thakur, "Haridas, please tell me, how can these people get benefited? How can they be moving away from their all miserable condition?" And particularly Haridas being a Muslim, he was asking about the Muslim Sampradaya, the Mohammedan. They are not doing good for these cows, and they are not doing good for the Brahmanas. They are punishing the cows and Brahmanas unnecessary. And still, Haridas, please let me know. Please tell me how these Mohammedans will get benedicted. Haridas says, "Prabhu, you know everything. And who can understand your Leela?" And they chant the name of the Lord, Hari, almost every day. They keep on saying Haram, Haram, Haram. And by that they will get benefited. Because you have the potentiality, your name has got all the potentiality, so that they can give blessings to all. But they will get benefited. But again, Lord says, now tell me how to give benefit, blessings to all people. Not only the Mohammedans, but all the people. Haridas says, "Prabhu, your Leela are amazing. You remember the name, you remember what you did in the form of Rama, Lord Ram. You came to Ajodhya, and during the Ajodhya, what happened? You took everybody, those who are associated in Ajodhya Vasi, to Vaikuntha. You came in the form of Lord, you came directly to Golak Vrindavan, and you took every Golak Vasi, Vrindavan Vasi, to Golak Vrindavan. And oh my Lord, I also know, before you coming here to Navadvip, to Jagannath Puri, you have already made the arrangement to take everybody to Golak Vrindavan. And you have already made the provision for that." And Haridas Thakur, listening that particular thing from Haridas Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not understand what he is talking about. And definitely he is talking fact. And what happened? He embraced Haridas Thakur, and there was an amazing moment. And even Haridas Thakur says again, "Oh my Lord, please forgive me. I know nothing about you. Panthastu koti shatavasara sambragam vayu rathopi manasa munipungavana." But the only one thing that I know, that you are the cause of all causes. You are the Achyuta. You are the cause of all causes. You are the Achyuta. Never get contaminated by any form of time and space. You are beyond time and space. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadi, Anantarupam. Adyam Purana Purusham Navajoganam Cha. Vedeshu Durlabam, Adurlabam Atma Bhakto. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Lord Shiva is also telling the same thing. You are Adi Purush, Purana, Purusham. So Haridas Thakur says, "Prabhu, please forgive me. I know nothing." Brahma got bewildered while he was doing the performing the art of this understanding Krishna. And he wanted to take away all the Gopsakhas, all the Gobashcha, the calf. And he took away everything for whole of the year. Though he was bewildered, but Krishna expanded himself. And there was an amazing amount of love exchange between the gopis and Gopa Brunda in Vrindavan. And Lord was very, very enjoying that particular moment. And what happens? Brahma got bewildered. And again, he was thinking in the form of Haridas Thakur, "Prabhu, I did this mistake. Please don't allow me to do this mistake again. Let me admit that I know nothing about you. Because you are Achinta. It is very Ajeya. It is very difficult to win the heart of yours because you are Ajeya. So here Lord Shiva also narrating the same story, same thing. Purana Purusham, unsurmountable, the Krishna, Akuntha Medasha, can never be touched by any kind of the space, time, and maybe gunas, the Maya gunas, beyond Maya. Lord Krishna also addressed here is this Asima Isha, Asima Isha, saintly personality, sages of the demigods. And you understand how many glorification had been done. Nakhalu Gopika, the own gopis of Vrindavan, what they describe Krishna, Nakhalu Gopika, Nandano Bhava, Akhila Dehina, Antaratmadruk. He was the knower of everybody's heart, everybody's past, present, and future. Akhila Dehinam Antaratmadrik. Sitting in the heart of every jivas, he can see each and everything. And what Gopi says? Na khalu gopika. You are not the son of Gop. You are not son of Radharani. You are not the son of Jashoda, and you are not the son of Nanda Baba. Who you are? Definitely, you are the creator of the universe. Akhila Dehinam Antaratma. And expand yourself in the form of Paramatma and reside in everybody's heart. And what do? You come here, Pranatta Dehinam Pavakarshana. And you come here and you roam around the Vrindavan with the calf. Trunacharanudam. Gai ko ghas, we just to feed these cows and calf. You move around the jungle of Vrindavan just to do what? Pranata Dehinam Pavakarshana. To give the blessings to the devotees. The Pranata Deha, those who are fallen soul, devastated souls. Those who are, they've always been contaminated with the Papa and Punya. They're totally binded by the karma phala, the Papa and Punyas. Just to benedict them, just to give the blessings and to move away all the contamination from these people, this devotee, you are here there. Pranata Dehinam Papa Karshanam Trunacharanukam Sriniketanam. And this is how Lord Shiva is also telling that he is the knower of everything. And he's residing in everybody's heart. And he says, Asima Isha, he knows everything. Abhishanta Tattva. And what happens? This is very important things. Manu, another point he has given is all the blessings of the saintly people, all the blessings of the demigods, all the blessings of the Mahajanas, also directly coming from Krishna. Even in Bhagavad Gita, he says very beautifully, they described about his vibhutis. And he gives how he gives benediction to all. He says about that. Rasoham apsukunti pravasma sasisurya. The test of the water, even the rays, the banaspati, the chandrama, the wonderful, the rays of Surya, the coolant coming from the moon, and all the rasas, along with the moon rays, coming to this banaspatis and giving these blessings to all of us, so that we are getting the varieties of the test in the vegetables. That is also coming from Krishna. Aham Vrusha Vishwanara Bhrutva Pachami Aham Chaturbhita. And he also staying in everybody's belly as Vishwanar, and he is helping us. He is doing all kind of this digestive system, digestion of all the food that we eat, all the tests we consume, all the different varieties of the tests we consume. Everything coming from Krishna. And that's why he's saying, Aham Prabhava Sarvasha Mata Sarva Pravartate Iti Matva Vajante Mam Buddha Bhavashamandita. Tesham Aham Samudhatta Mrittu Sansara Sagara Bhavamina Chirat Part Mai Aveshit Chetasa. Jamam Evam Asam Mudhav Janati Purushottamam Sasarbabit Bhajati Mam Sarva Bhavina Bharat. Those who know me, who knows me as the Param Purush, Purushottam, what he does, they engage with the devotional service. By what? In which way? Sarva Bhavena Bharet. Sarva Bhavena. He gives each and every bhava to the Lord. And that is the beauty of the devotional service. Bhishma Pitamaha also says, Krishner Matirastu. Let all my indriyas, all the mind, my intelligence, everything's be rest upon the lotus feet of the Lord. Anubidya, unconditional surrender to the Lord. Bhishma Pitamaha says, Anubidya, Anubidyarati. And Manus, all the Manus are coming from whom? From the Lord. All the glorified characteristics of the Manus comes from whom? Lord. And Manvantara Avatar, you all know, we have already read all this stuff, so I will not be going to the detail of that. And we're running short of time as well. Karanatmane again. And we know Krishna is the all cause of all Karana, all the causes. Isavasam idam sarvam jayedam jagatam jagat. Whatever we see, whatever is visible and invisible, everything is a part and parcel of the Lord. And He is the cause of everything. And everything emancipated from Krishna. And Krishna in Brahma Sangita, Brahmaji says, what says? Iswara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vikra Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarvakaran. He is the cause of all causes. Aham, in Chatuspadi Srimad Bhagavatam, while giving this information to download of all the knowledge to Lord Brahma, Krishna says, Aham evasam evagre. As the only one before this creation of this, before the creation. Evasam evagre. So He is the cause of everything. Everything, whatever, my body, mind, heart, soul, my thoughts, my love for Lord, my systems, my thinking, everything, my knowledge that I acquired, everything is only the blessings of the Lord. And those who understand this particular concept, they only do what? Keval Krishna Saranam. The word Sankhya, again we know that Sankhya Yoga by Kapil Muni, Mata Devahuti, and he says the importance of the association, the relationship between Krishna. What is the most important relationship? This is the most important relationship. And Devahuti, she was enjoying a lot. In her lifetime, she enjoyed a lot with her husband, with her husband Kandarpa Muni. And they did phenomenal amount of enjoyment together. And that was the desire of Devahuti once upon a time. But even after getting all kind of facilities, all kind of the blessings from the Lord, all the facilities, all the enjoyment paraphernalia, what you call, but still what says, I'm totally, I'm tired, I'm sick and tired of this enjoyment. And the more I'm enjoying, the more I'm getting bewildered. Oh Lord, you have incarnated and you have come to help me, protect me. If you are here to teach me, please let me know what I can do. And again, Kapil says, the Sankhya, he described the Sankhya Yoga. And what is the essence? Satam prashangat mama virya samvido. Satam prashangat mama virya samvido. Bhavanti hrutkarna rashayana katha. Tat joshanat ashu apavarga vartmani. Shraddha rati bhakti anukramishati. This is the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the essence of Sankhya Yoga. What Kapil says to Mata Devahuti. Satam prashangat mama virya samvido. Listen to my glories, my katha, Srimad Bhagavatam katha. By whom? by the escorted devotees. And when you hear these glories, what happens? Bhavanti hrutkarna rashayana. Through the eyes, it goes to the heart. What happens? It'll drive away all the contamination of the heart. And Shraddha, Bhakti, and Rati, these three things will be gradually be established in the heart. Tasmat sarvatmana rajan hari sarvatra sarvada srutavyam kirtitavyam smrutavyam ja bhagavan ruda. This is the essence of human life. And Lord, we are hearing from Lord Shiva, and he's indirectly and directly he's giving blessings to us so that we stay focused on the lotus feet of the Lord and understand the essence of this purpose, the whole purpose of the human life. That is to get the nectar of the devotional service. And we described of the Purusha Puranya, Puran Purusha. He is always a 16-year boy in Golok Vrindavan. Navajovanam Adyam Purana Purusham Navajovanam. And you are not known by Vedas. You are known by only Atma Bhakto. Your blessings, with your blessings, the only devotees knows you. And that's why Purusha Puranya. And that's why in Bhagavad Gita chapter 15.19, Lord Krishna described it very wonderfully to all of us to help us. Those who know me as the Purusham, Puran Purusham, those who know me as the Purushottam, what he does, he gives every bhava to me. Sarva bhavena bharata. And this is what we got this opportunity to offer our bhava. We cannot offer the bhava like gopis. Tad manaskas, tada lapa, tad vichistas, tadatmika. Tad guna naiva gayant, natma garani samsmari. We cannot come to that level though, but we are still, what we do, we are following the footsteps of gopis. We are following the footsteps of the Mahajana. Mahajana like Shivaji, Rudra. And since we are the follower of their path, what you can understand, at least I can offer my little, the fragment of my bhava to the Lord. Bhava to the Lord. And in a very wonderful poet of Odisha, he writes what he wrote, Bhavaku nikata abhavaku, this is, I'll translate it. Bhavaku nikata abhavaku dura. Bhava binodiya mo Kala Thakur. Kala Thakur means not Jagannath. My Jagannath, his principle is very simple, very simple. Bhavaku nikata, those who are having that bhava, the emotional connection with him, is very closer to those. Bhavaku nikata, abhavaku dura. And those who do not have that bhava, he moves away. He moves away. So that's why Lord says, Sarva bhavena bharat. Offer all your bhava to the Lord. And how to find the bhava? The bhava, we cannot get the bhava by our own effort. The bhava is the result of the blessings of the Lord. Guru Krishna Prasadapaya Bhakti Lata means. And how to get the Guru and Krishna Kripa? By praying to this Naam Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Oh my Lord, please be merciful and engage me in your devotional service. This is how we get the bhava. This is how we get the blessings of the Lord. This is how we get the blessings of the Guru. Thank you very much, Prabhu. I've taken a little time. And if anybody would be interested, I'm very sorry if I've done any mistakes, because this is a very, very amazing topic. And this topic is by Lord Rudra himself. And to narrate this particular topic, it's so you all understand how much we require. And still I don't have that level of understanding. And I beg excuses, I beg pardon, and I fall down on all your lotus feet and beg excuses for this. If you would be interested to add anything, or you have any questions, please you can take. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the explanation of how to understand the Lord in complete truth. Very rightly you said that Bhagavata is the
Hare Krishna. I can't hear you, Prabhu. I cannot hear.
Can you hear me now, Prabhu? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, thank you for the wonderful class on how to understand the Supreme Lord in complete truth, and also you've explained how we can get the blessings of the Lord with your incident, like with Maharaj in Vrindavan, how we can glorify the Lord and the Vaishnavas and get complete blessings of the Lord. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Devotees can unmute themselves to share any reflections or any questions.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. So thank you very much, Prabhujis and Matazis. All glories to all of you. So if you don't have any question, Prabhu, you can stop this class, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. We'll conclude with Vaishnava pranams.
Yeah. Mancha kalpatarubheshu Amatari Haridas.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to Shambhala. All glories to Shambhala. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
We'll conclude here today and we'll meet again tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare